guys, and welcome back to another episode of Hidden Dragon. Now, if we could get 250, 300 likes, that would be amazing on this video. Now, enjoy some highlights of the two games that we've played. That is, of course, at a home to France and away in Liechtenstein. So you can sort of see where we've got to at this point and see what's kind of riding on this game. And I'll join you guys in a second for the Finland game. Whipped in, Benzema's header, on the rebound, Benzema gets it. Wales 0, France 1. We had a real chance to take the lead, but now we have fluffed it, unfortunately. To Bale now. We've created a lot of good opportunities. Vokes' header, and it is 1-1. Wales 1, France 1. If we take anything against France, that would be massive for us. Rand knocks it down. Chester, it's ricocheting all over the place, and it somehow ended up in the back of the net anyway. Disappointed to concede there. Benzema with the goal for France, but we've really given a good of account of ourselves today. Oh, yes, he can. Kondogbia through for Kazawa. Oh, the back post, and Coman puts it in, and suddenly, just like in the other game, insta highlight, 2 goals for France, bish bash bosh, and now we're sunk. Here you go, guys. Wales 1, France 3. Unfortunately, I just don't think we've got the legs, and once we make a couple of substitutions, it just seems to all go to pot in these big games. Cuts it short for Bale, can turn. Bale can slot that in nicely. Liechtenstein 0, Wales 1. We've got an early goal. That's important to keep us motoring at the top of this table, or towards the top of this table anyway. Cleared away. Oh, comes straight back for Jake Taylor. 7 minutes gone. Liechtenstein 0, Wales 2. We're starting to rack up a bit more confidence now, and I'm liking this. The tactics improving. For Emir Hughes maybe to have a shot. No, cuts inside for Bale. It's ricocheting all over the place. Wilson through for Bale. Bale shot. Bale's goal. 20 minutes gone. 3-0 to Wales. Game should be set and match right now, and we could maybe start to rest some players for that Finland game very soon. Maybe some half-time changes on the foot. Back to Richards. He's gone to the byline. Good to Allen. Allen can turn. Bale's in there, and it's another goal for Wales. A hat-trick, I think, for Gareth Bale, and it's 4-0 to Wales in the first half. Game over. Lovely old job. There we go. Liechtenstein 0, Wales 4. Finland drew in Macedonia, which means a win at home to Finland, and we are through. Right, guys, we're back. So, as you can see, we did okay in the first sort of part against France, but again, towards the end of the game, things just sort of tailed off, and I think that's been a problem for us, generally, against the larger sides. We don't have the stamina, and once I make a couple of substitutions, the team drops, and we just can't get there at the moment. But there's still potential in our ranks to sort of better that, and you notice that Ben Harry's made his debut against Liechtenstein, or he may have done, I'm not sure, so that was good to do as well, give him some experience, because unfortunately Ramsey is injured and missed the squad, which means we are missing Aaron Ramsey for today's game against Finland. Now, we're going to do ourselves a question of the day, and today's question is this. Who do you think will get promoted from the Championship this season? I think Middlesbrough, Hull and Burnley. I'm kind of with you that those 3 will definitely be with it. They'll be definitely up there. But I just don't know. I think Brighton, they're the only unbeaten team in the English Football League at the moment, and they're doing well. So I see no reason why they can't be in and around the mix as well. I'd love to see Fulham get up there, but they're just too inconsistent, unfortunately. And there's a lot of sides sort of clustered around those playoff spots, and you know how easy it is. Well, I say easy. Once you get that momentum going, you can climb that table very, very quickly and come out of nowhere. Look what Reading did a couple of years ago, and they came out of nowhere to win promotion to the Premier League, basically. And, you know, thoroughly deserved it. So there you go. Who do you think will get promoted to the Premier League this season? So, without further ado, there's a couple of other things I just want to quickly discuss, and that is the fact that someone asked me a couple of episodes ago on a comment why I wasn't calling up Hal Robson-Kanu, and I thought to myself, okay, there must be a reason for that. Because either he's not good enough, or my scouts don't rate him. But then I actually looked. Turns out, so how do we do this? Let's see, Hal Robson... I don't know why it doesn't show up there, but then it does here. Right, Hal Robson-Kanu, retired. At the age of 28, he retired. Maybe a little bit of a bug there, because it seems a bit strange that he would retire. I don't know if there was an injury or anything like that. I don't know if you can even find out. I don't think we can. Point is, he retired 2 years ago. That is why I've not been able to call him up. Really strange that he retired from football. Not just from international football, from football. I didn't get a notification about it, because I don't think he was in the squad at the time. But it's very, very strange. And the other thing is, I have a corner tactic. It's finally happened. I didn't make this, of course. I would never take credit for it, if it isn't mine. This is, from strikerless.com. Now, those of you who watched my series last year know that I love their corner tactics, basically. And this one, I haven't actually seen any huge success with it just yet, but we've only played like 2 matches, so it's hard to tell. Also, the tactic itself is starting to come together. I'll just show you on the match preview screen. Finland, of course, are playing that type of system, so that's important. So yeah, our tactic is now competent. Thank God. Now... Like, originally when I first started this save, obviously you know I had this exact system. The problem is, I couldn't get it to work with the player roles, and I think the changes that have made this system work are stopping using the defensive cover and stopper system, because I've kind of got a bit fallen into the trap of using that too much. The only other thing I really changed was the deep line playmaker and the inside forward. Now, that was originally to suit Gareth Bale, so I'm tempted to put that back to a... winger role, because then again George Williams can play that either way, so I'm not entirely sure. So when Bale plays there, it's fine, but when Williams is there, I sometimes prefer him to be a bit more of a winger, so that might change as well initially. So that's basically the only changes I really made. As for the corner tactic itself, I will show you it, but That's defend. This is attack. This is basically it. It's the same on both sides, but I'll put a link in the description to strikerless.com and the corner tactic in case you want to try it out yourselves. I've not seen any huge success with it yet, but again, only 2 games, so we'll have to see how we do today, and that will kind of give us a chance to judge. But that's basically what I'm doing. So enjoy that if that's what you're looking for. So we're gonna do a quick pick here so I can sort of see who's where. Vokesy is back, but the problem is George Williams is knackered. I took Gareth Bale off at half-time in the last match because we needed to try and reserve some players. Unfortunately, it still didn't exactly go that well. Now, without Ramsey, we do lack a little in that midfield, and Jordan Williams has had to step in. He's a decent player, though, these days, Jordan Williams, so nothing too wrong with that. Also, Ben Harries, look at this lad. He's 2-star already. He's 17 years old, plays for Swansea. He's already a 2-star player. I'm liking it. I think within the next year, he's going to be a starter potentially for the Welsh national team, or certainly in the mix, that's for sure. He's a playmaker, so either one of these positions will suit him down to the T. Well, if anything, he'll play in the Joe Allen role here, maybe. That's the problem. He's got Ramsey and Allen both sort of ahead of him in the team, and that's a worry for me. So, without further ado, we're at home, so we're going to be on control. Obviously, we've played counter away from home against France. Ooh, they're the favourite. Interesting. Now, Finland did draw their last game against Macedonia. They were actually 3-1 down, but they came back. They're playing a different sort of tactic today with... this could be interesting. Now, I feel like we've got enough to beat them. We are the home team, and... the annoying thing is, if we draw this game, unfortunately, we don't go through. We'll have 19 points and not get through, which is quite a lot of points, frankly. Disappointing. I'd be a little bit disappointed. Of course, we would potentially still go into a playoff. Now, of course, that would be decided by the certain number of best runner-up teams. I can't remember how many exactly. But also, remember, because we're in a group of 6, I believe that the results against the bottom team in the group, i.e. in this case, can't remember who it was. I've completely forgotten. Malta, that's right. They will not count. So it might be a little bit dicey still for our chances of actually getting into that. Neil Taylor with the ball in. Bale's in there, you know. Flicked. Oh my god, it's gone over the goalkeeper. I think there might have been some challenges on the keeper there. Wales 1, Finland 0. Gareth Bale with a goal. Now, the great thing about Finland drawing in Macedonia is it means that it doesn't matter how many goals we win this game by. We can win this 1-0 now and still go through. Before, we would have had to get at least 2-0, though I think that might not have been good enough either, because, of course, they got that 3rd goal against us in the away match. So, we've given ourselves a chance there. It's a lovely header from Gareth Bale. I don't know what the goalkeeper is... Wow. That's a little... If that happened to me, I'd be really angry, because that is just ridiculous. I suppose he was sort of impeded slightly, but still, I wouldn't expect my goalkeeper, or any goalkeeper, to behave like that. Conceding quite a lot of fouls, but I've still not found a way to stop that, because I'm pretty certain that we've got stay on feet on. So, I don't know. I'm really not sure how to stop that. Seems to be a lot of fouls going around. James Chester was sent off late against France as well, which meant he missed the last match, but he is back now. Oh, shit. Hello, we've got a corner. Vokes, oh, well, we very nearly scored a goal from a corner. But we do have the lead, and that is important, because Finland know that even only a draw is all they need right now. How do we do that, though? That's the thing. I don't know how we're going to do that. Finland have committed a lot of fouls as well, so the way I look at it is they're just as likely to get something dodgy happen as we are. And we're leading. That's important. But Poyampalo is an amazingly good player. I don't know which club he's playing for at the moment, but he was in the Bundesliga the last time I saw. Williams. Out wide for Taylor. We're still looking decent, though. Back for Williams. On the edge of the box. This sort of area of the pitch has got a lot better since we started to get more confident with the tactic. Wilson! There we go, guys. Wales 2, Finland 0. We could be heading to the next Euros at the moment. I'm not going to just touch wood, because we've thrown away 2-goal leads plenty of times already in this save. So we're going to try and adjust things. Well, I don't know whether we should adjust things. It was adjusting things that kind of gave us... ended up losing those games before. So maybe we'll just try to see what we're doing. Finland are definitely on the back foot against us. We've even got possession. I don't know how, but we've managed to get possession too. Maybe it's because of the ball-winning midfielder role. That's the only thing I can think of that's allowing us to keep the possession. I've been tweaking little tiny things with the player roles, but for the most part, I'm pretty happy with what we've got. Obviously, every tactic, even ones that I'm happy with, are a work in progress, because there's still things I think that can be improved in this one. Potentially... I feel like we should be scoring more goals against the minnow sides. We're good against teams that are equally as good as us, I feel. That's what we really do come into our own, is against these sort of sides. Let me just quickly check the summaries. Anything particularly good from Finland? Poyampalo's winning a lot of headers, but other than that, it's just work rate that we're seeing from them. Let's just take a look at the team summary in their heat map. It's a very interesting one. It's like the Loch Ness Monster in their midfield, and a lot of sort of... Have we got it on prevent short goalkeeper distribution? Because that's something I might have to... No, we've already got it on that. In that case, I'm not entirely sure. That might be why it's working, because we're just kind of penning them in that area. They do seem to be playing it around in their own penalty area quite a fair bit, which they're more than welcome to do, because it's as far away from our penalty area as physically possible. Now, they're still with the 4-1-4-1, so... The worrying thing is when I see little tiny changes to this system that you don't quite you can't quite understand oh, well, there we go. So they've pushed this guy up here. Uh-oh. Alo. Palo. Oh, for the love of God, guys. Come on. Why does this always happen? I swear to God, every time we get a 2-goal lead against someone that's half decent, we just have this innate ability to throw it away. And because they haven't changed the shape completely, I'm not entirely sure what we can do. There's 2 defenders around him, and Palo, great in the air, and it is now 2-1. We've got to be very careful here, because we deserve the lead we've got, but, you know, they could just as easily come back into this. Right, here we go. Cleared away, dumb it. Perhaps we should sulk down to counter for a bit and try and catch them on the break if they're going to push at us. Perhaps not. Oh, there we go. Right. Purpurim Hetemai, or Hetemaj, apologies if I've screwed the name up. It is a strange name. It doesn't sound entirely Finnish. It sounds more Albanian than anything. Bale now with the ball in. Vokes gets there, but not quite. Eremenko, of course, is another fantastic player. Oh, Taylor across. Now, Finland are down to 10 men. They've got it all to play for still, so I don't think that there's any kind of chance of them taking their foot off the gas, which means perhaps sit into a more counter-attacking approach might not be the worst idea in the world right now. I'm trying to weigh up the options here. I'm thinking maybe sort of make our substitutions in a sec, because we've got some tired players, and then go to counter, particularly if we were to score here. Allen to Bale to Williams. Can he turn and shoot? He does! It's in the back of the net, and it is Wales 3, Finland 1. George Williams, he's been a brilliant player for us in this campaign. I think that might be his 5th or 6th goals of this international qualifying campaign, and that should, against 10 men, do the trick. Now that we can go on counter and make a couple of substitutions as well. Williams does really well here. They don't close him down enough, and he smashed that in. Potentially, that may be Hetemai's position, and maybe that's why they weren't closing him down. Right, we'll make some substitutions now, because we do have Harry Wilson, who is absolutely knackered. But David Cottrell is a reasonable replacement, and in fact, we're going to get some more pace on the wings. Tyler Roberts will come on as well, because fresh legs there. In fact, screw it, triple substitution. Ashley Richards is booked, and he's knackered, so Chris Gunter will come on as well. And finally, we're going to switch to counter, and I'm going to exploit the flanks for the final part of this game. I'm not going to look for the overlap or anything, but I just feel like they're going to be a bit more narrow now. That, in fact, they are. I've just looked at their formation. I think we should be able to get them down the flanks. Maybe even grab another goal here. Taylor. Back to Roberts. He's got plenty of players in support. Allen's there. Cottrell can't quite get the rebound, though, and we're looking really good for a 4th goal, potentially, even here. Which would be a bit, I'd say a bit harsh on Finland. Actually, look at the stats for this game. We've been superb. And thoroughly deserve the win that we're hopefully going to get. And with it, passage into the European Championships, which is going to be glorious. So if we do go through, and again it's still if, because of course there's still 17 minutes for them to grab a couple of goals. It can be done. It has been done. This is FM after all. Here we go. Chester across. But if that is the case, then of course I will arrange some friendlies. And I don't like showing friendlies usually as highlights, but because of the large gap between the next thing, and I want to space out the Euros in the correct way like I did last time, then we will see of course the preparation friendlies like I did last time. Vokes turns. Vokes scores. It is 4-1. Tell you what, we're doing really well in the live comms lately. Against Macedonia away it was 4-1, and now it's 4-1 at home to Finland, which is superb. And looking at this, it means that even if Finland were to have beaten Macedonia, we still would go through, because we've now beaten them 4-1 at the moment anyway, which is damn good. I'm really, really pleased with this, and it looks like we are heading to the Euros, which is going to be fun. I think the changes we've made in the second half, look at this. Exploiting the flanks against them, just looking at these little things make a hell of a difference sometimes. And I'm no expert, I really am not. I don't pretend to be any good at that kind of stuff, but sometimes you just need a little bit of, you know, just sometimes it's pretty obvious where the opportunities lie. And, you know, when they're down to 10 men, we've just completely torn them apart at times here now. Bale pulls it back, hopefully. No, he's gone for goal. A little bit selfish. We've not actually created a decent... Oh, there we have. Finally. A decent opportunity has come our way. But yeah, we're going to the Euros. Obviously, you'll see the draw soon as well. I think that will probably be in the next episode as well. So there we go. This is surely going to wrap it up now. Still no goal from a corner yet, but we do look a little bit more threatening. I'm seeing more key highlights coming from corners, which is nice. Allen will come across. Williams can knock it down. Chester out wide for Bale. He's into the box here. Will he shoot? No. Palo, of all people, defending from the back there. Where else would you defend from? But you know what I mean. It's a striker getting back and doing his work. Kamara and Sparv and Palo now trying to make a run out, but it is going to be 4-1 to Wales, and that for me is a good result. Now bear in mind, we've actually dropped down to 49th in the world rankings, despite having a relatively decent qualifying campaign. And that's a little bit strange. Like, even when we were winning games, we were dropping in the rankings. At one point, we won both of our qualifiers, and we dropped 27 places. A little bit odd there, but perhaps that's just the way it works. There we go. Lovely old job. Very, very pleased with that. Absolutely dominating performance in the end. The little changes we made after they went down to 10 men seemed to do the trick, though we were quite frankly in control. Now, just want to show you kind of the other qualifying groups while we're here. So, other teams that have gone through. Now, that one's technically not decided yet, but Czech Republic are through, and it looks like Albania will be going with them. As for the other spot, not entirely sure yet. Poland, Bulgaria, or Slovenia could still win that group. Portugal, Denmark, and Belgium all still up for grabs in that one. Bosnia, Bosnia have qualified. I thought maybe not. They could still go out technically, because they've played one more game than the others. Spain are obviously through comfortably. Austria are through with them. And let's see, these ones have already finished, haven't they? That group's done. And Romania probably won't go anywhere after that. Germany are through, as you would imagine. Greece, Scotland, Montenegro could all still get something from that, although Scotland can't. They could potentially get the third place, but seems unlikely. Holland and Switzerland are through. Serbia and Italy are pretty much through because Ukraine have played all their matches. No, actually they are through. Norway and England. Technically, Slovakia could still finish above England there, as Norway have had a great qualifying campaign. So there you go, guys. In the next episode, we've had a decent qualifying campaign, you know. What's that? 7 wins out of 10 matches is pretty damn solid. Losing to France twice and away in Finland, that's about as perfect a campaign as you're going to get for a team like Wales, frankly. Although we do need to cut down on the red cards. So in the next episode, we're going to be doing the first match, of course, at the Euros, which is going to be exciting. You'll obviously see the draw at the start of the episode, and then some of our pre-match friendlies. So hopefully we can have a better showing at the Euros again, but we really are enjoying this, and hopefully it will set us up for a good World Cup qualifying campaign after that. So guys, if you like what you've seen, please do drop a like on the video. That would be amazing. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel for more videos like this in your inbox every single day at 7:30. And I will see you guys in the next episode for some Euro goodness. I'm really looking forward to this. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.